family-friendly company with plenty of room for advancement. There are so many realtors in Lincoln and Omaha, but don't get overwhelmed by all the no-names, plus all the different companies. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realty Group at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Real Estate is your go-to option, whether buying or selling residential, luxury, leasing, investment properties, or commercial property, small or large. Ben's team offers decades of experience, unbeatable customer service, and promises to fully protect your interests throughout the entire transaction. Call 402-419-6309 for all your real estate needs. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realty Group of BHHS Ambassador Real Estate.
Nutrition Authority presents Fusion 30, an ultra premium protein ideal for anyone wanting to look, feel, and perform their best. Fusion 30 can only be found at Nutrition Authority. Stop in today for a free sample, visit with a certified nutritionist, and get better than internet pricing. For store info, visit mynutritionauthority.com.
Gentlemen, are you ready for something beyond the ordinary haircut? At Scissors and Scotch Lincoln, they blend your old school barber feel with your favorite watering hole. Sink into a comfy chair, unwind with a complimentary drink, and let their master barbers handle the rest. It's not just grooming, it's an experience. Whether you're prepping for a big meeting, needing to get cleaned up before family comes to town, or just need a little time to yourself, Scissors and Scotch Lincoln delivers sharp style every time. Book now at Scissors and Scotch in Lincoln, just south of 30th and Yankee Hill Road.
93.7 The Ticket is Lincoln's home for Kansas City Royals baseball in 2026. Catch all the action as Bobby Witt Jr., Salvador Perez, Vinny Pasquantino, and a pitching rotation led by Cole Reagans try to lead the Royals back to the postseason. That's Kansas City Royals baseball all summer long. On the air in Lincoln at 93.7 The Ticket.
If you want to make new floor shopping easier, come to O Street Carpet. Hi, I'm Steve Carper. Our flooring professionals can help you choose the best flooring for you, your family, and your budget. We eliminate the confusion. Even better, you'll be enjoying your new flooring much sooner. No 6 or 8 week waits. We'll install right away and save you money on installation. Floor shopping made easy every day at O Street Carpet.
O Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
Hey everyone, this is Austin Orman from Old School with Foreman and Orman, live from 1040 O Street in the heart of downtown Lincoln, weekdays from 3 to 6 p.m. My favorite thing about downtown Lincoln has to be the year-round energy. Downtown Lincoln never stops. It's easy to get to, has everything you could need or want in dining, entertainment, and retail, and of course it has Lincoln's best sports talk, proudly located in downtown Lincoln on the corner of 11th and O.
This message is brought to you by the Downtown Lincoln Association and 93.7 The Ticket.
Is your air conditioner ready for the hot weather ahead? Get it checked now before you really need it. Call Bryant now to schedule your spring air conditioning service check. No matter what brand equipment you have, Bryant's trained technicians will thoroughly clean, inspect, and test to make sure it's ready to cool efficiently when hot weather hits. Stay cool and comfortable with air conditioning services from Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. 467-1111 to schedule your AC check. Bryant, whatever it takes.
At DWE Generations, having a plan matters, especially when it comes to protecting what's most important. They work with individuals, families, and business owners to help make smart financial decisions that support life today and set the foundation for generations. David Darlington, Russell Walton, and Cody Eiler bring decades of experience, and their dedicated team provides follow-through, answering questions, explaining next steps, and staying connected as life evolves. DWE Generations, a generational wealth planning firm. DWE Generations is a marketing name for individuals doing business as representatives of Northwestern Mutual. Visit generations.nm.com or call 402-483-7871 and ask for David, Russell, or Cody.
Life is busy and life is loud. How can you get above the noise? Join former Nebraska cheerleader Ashlee Mitchell as she tells you about her experiences in front of the loudest crowds in college athletics and how she rose above the noise. This is Above the Noise on 93.7 The Ticket. Above the Noise is sponsored by Red Zone Bar and Grill. Here is your host, Ashlee Mitchell.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Above the Noise. I am your host, Ashlee Mitchell, and today we have one of my law school friends, Katie Tidwell, and we are just going to have a very fun show. But first, I'm going to give y'all a little shout out from our sponsor. Are you craving the ultimate game day experience? Red Zone Sports Bar and Grill has your front row seat. Dive into delicious wings, juicy burgers, and frosty drinks, all served up with TVs covering every inch of the walls so that you'll never miss a play. Rally your crew, cheer for your team, and take advantage of game night specials every week. Go to Red Zone Sports Bar and Grill right by the Lincoln Airport at 3111 Northwest 12th Street. And I'm going to steal Harrison's thunder. He shouts out the burgers every time. So shout out, the burgers are fire.
Phenomenal. You can't ask for more. I'm a simple man, but yeah, fantastic burgers. They'll never disappoint you.
What's your favorite kind of burger, I have to ask?
You can probably take a wild swing at it. Just the classic bacon cheeseburger.
I felt like you were going to say that. Have you ever had an egg on a burger?
Ooh, Red Robin, that was the one thing I would go to Red Robin for. I can't remember what they called their breakfast burger, but yeah, a good breakfast burger, it has to be good because I don't like it just a sloppy mess. But when Red Robin had it, I think they still do. I don't know why I'm talking like they don't, but yeah, I'm down for a good breakfast burger.
Okay, I've always just wondered that. I can never guess who's a breakfast burger eater. So
what's your favorite?
Oh, I change every time, but like the classic, I like cheeseburgers. Like I'm boring, but like sometimes I'll feel a little wild. I don't know. This is a hard question because I really will try anything. Like as long as I don't like pepper jack cheese though. TBH. So
crazy take.
If it doesn't have pepper jack cheese on it, I will try it. I've had like PB&J burgers before. I don't know why that's the only one I can name, but pretty classic cheeseburger most of the time. Honestly, I don't eat burgers that much, but I like Red Zones.
There
Shout
you go.
out.
Perfect. Shout out our sponsor as always.
Okay. All right, guys. Well, welcome back to the show. We're so happy to be here. This is one of my last live shows for a couple of weeks because I am going to head down to my internship in Georgia. So that's going to be very fun. Harrison and I chatted a little bit about it, and I'm going to probably be zooming in from Georgia for a couple of shows. So pray that I have good Wi-Fi. But I am with my good friend from law school, Katie Tidwell. You guys have seen her on the show before. Hi, Katie. How are you?
Hello. I'm very excited to be here and chat with you for an hour.
We're so excited. I feel like every time. So last time Katie was on the show, it was post finals. And I feel like it was a lot like closer to right after we got done with finals.
I think it was like the day after your last final, 2 days after mine.
So we might have had a different outlook, specifically me, on how finals were. But I feel a little bit better this time. What about you, Katie?
Yeah, this week we're 1 week post finals.
Yeah.
So we've had time off. I don't know. I think this time I actually felt like it was finally easier. Like I just was better mentally prepared for it.
Yeah.
After 3 times, my 4th time, I finally was like, okay, I know the drill.
You're like, okay, thank goodness I only have 2 of these left.
Yes, seriously.
So Katie has a very fun internship. Katie, you don't have to tell specifics like cities or anything, but where are you going for your internship this summer?
Yes, I'm going to California. I actually start next week working remotely, and then in 2 weeks I drive from Nebraska to California. So
oh my goodness,
I'm excited.
How far of a drive is that?
It's a 22-hour drive, so that's
you going
to be fun
all the way through, or are you gonna cut it in half?
I'm cutting it in sections.
Is anyone driving with you? I didn't ask that.
Yeah, so my friend that lives in Colorado, I'm driving to her house the first day, and then she's gonna drive the rest of the way with me. So
that's perfect.
It'll make the time go faster.
Yeah, because I cannot imagine driving alone, even for like splitting it 11 and 11 hours. Oh my goodness,
it's too long. How about your drive? Your drive's really long too.
Yeah, so we both have very long drives. So
Yep.
mine's about 18 hours. I totally give or take a little bit. Honestly, I don't know. I'm a slow driver. My mom's a fast driver. She's driving with me, but we'll see how that evens out. But yeah, we're gonna bring my dog too.
Oh my gosh, yes.
So if Katie's parents are listening, they love Noodle, and Noodle, my dog, loves Katie's parents. So he, of course, told me to tell them hi.
Yes. Hello
But
from Noodle.
he is driving with us, or like going to be in the car with us. So I like got him like, this is so dorky. I got him a dog seatbelt.
Oh my gosh, I love that.
Because I was like, oh my goodness, like that's a long drive, and he's a very high energy dog. So I was like, this is gonna be so overprotective of me. But I also was like, I'm not chancing it. I'm not having to climb on my lap in the freeway. Like,
Yeah, and like people have to wear seatbelts. We should put them on dogs too, I guess.
yes, if
Keep
you're
'em
listening
safe.
to this and driving, check your seatbelt.
Yep.
With love. But yeah, anyways, 18 hours, crazy drive. Katie, can you tell that? Are you like allowed to tell the radio what you're kind of dipping your toes in with this summer?
Yeah. I'm working at a firm in California on the appellate practice group,
which is super cool.
So I'll be getting to work on basically legal research and writing all summer, but doing some appeals, like Court of Appeals, state Supreme Courts, things like that, on some pretty high, like, I don't know, important cases. So I'm really excited.
It's going to be so cool. I can't wait to just hear about the process of just like getting immersed in California law, because that's going to be different from Nebraska and what you're used to right now, I'm sure.
Yes, I think any state would be a little different, but California has its own quirks too. So
yeah. So if you guys aren't familiar with like legal writing and legal research, there's something that most law schools use called the Blue Book, and it's kind of like how we cite to sources. Actually, not kind of. It is how we cite to sources.
It's like MLA, APA, but it's its own format.
Yes, and Katie told me the other day she got a message from her employer saying there's a completely different format.
California has its own, so
they have the yellow book.
That'll be fun to learn.
So she was like, "Okay, I start Monday, and I just got this book. This is gonna be fun."
Yes, I can do it.
Yes, you can. She's like the best legal writer I know. So if anyone can do it, it's her. But man, I would not want to learn 2 different books.
Yes. It's okay. It'll be worth it. I'm excited.
Yes, it will. Okay. Tell me a little bit about like your first 2 years of law school. Now that you're really done with year 2, this might make you think a little bit, but are there any big like lessons you've learned from law school? I feel like there's a lot, but
there's a lot. I think that this semester especially, I felt a lot more. I felt like I knew what was important in life a lot better than I did my first year, if that makes sense. Like I was stressing about so many things my first year that looking back did not need to be stressed about at all.
So true. And like even for me, and I'm sure you understand this too, but for me, like from my first semester to my second semester, I like even a couple of my friends were like, "You seem so much more calm this semester." And I was like, "It's because I'm trying not to worry about things that are out of my control."
Easier said than done. But yes.
Yes.
Yeah. I feel like the second year for me was a lot less just like anxiety about grades and jobs and things like that. And I was more focusing on, this is a really cool opportunity to like use my skills to make a difference in people's lives. And I was trying to think about it that way instead of stressing about grades and readings and cold calls.
Yeah. And that really puts into perspective, I cannot speak today, puts into perspective like your why. And that is a good motivator for when times get hard. I think a lot of people, like I personally like struggle to remember my why sometimes. And then when I really sit down and think about it or get reminded of it from somebody else, like I'm like, okay, that makes me feel 100% better. Like all of the pain, all of the struggle is worth it. But you always have to put that in perspective, I feel like.
Yes. And it is hard to do when you're in the midst of finals or getting cold called in class. But I thought second year I was way more busy. I had way less free time, but I feel like the time I spent on school or work was more fun. And it is fun to like pick your classes.
Oh yeah.
Compared to first year. So that'll be fun for you next year.
Yeah. So if you guys don't know, the first year law students at Nebraska and at most schools get assigned their set classes. There are a lot of like just very basic level things that you will run into. So like contracts, torts, criminal law, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So you just get a lot of set classes. And like, for example, like some people, I really liked property law, but I did not like criminal law. It made me really sad to read. So like when you don't really get a choice in that, it's kind of tough, like to really, you have to really push yourself to do good in those classes that you're like maybe not as keen to learn.
Yes. And there will be some classes like that the next few years.
Yeah.
Not all of them can be super fun, but
Yeah.
you could kind of pick.
Yeah.
Make sure most of them are fun.
Yes, true. Okay, Katie, if right now, ideally, if you could do any type of law, I know you haven't really experienced your internship this summer at all yet, so you don't really have a good idea of that, but just based off what you've learned and what you know and what you've seen in classes, is there a certain type of law that you might be leaning towards right now?
Definitely litigation as opposed to transactional. So litigation, like going to court, arguing.
Yep. So
filing lawsuits.
If you guys probably wouldn't know this, I guess I haven't mentioned it before, but Katie did incredible in the moot court competition, which Katie, I honestly probably will not be able to word this correctly. So will you explain what that is?
Yes. Okay. So moot court, I think they have that at every law school.
Yeah.
It's a competition where for the spring competition at Nebraska Law, at least you have to write a brief and then you have to do a week of oral arguments. Our brief, it was a team, so we had a partner. Our brief was 55 pages long. It took a long time to write. And then we had like 2 preliminary rounds of oral arguments, which are you talk for 15 minutes to a panel of 3 judges making your argument, and they interrupt you and ask questions. It's kind of intimidating at first. And then we had to argue 2 preliminary rounds, and then we moved on to semifinals and got to argue in front of the 8th Circuit, which was really cool. And then for the final round, we got to argue in front of the Nebraska Supreme Court. And my team ended up winning Best Brief. So that was really rewarding. It was nice after putting in so much work to get a reward for it. And it was a really fun experience.
Yeah, and especially for such a long brief. Like that was so long that must have felt very rewarding to be able to win something like that.
It was fun. That's another fun part about second year is you get to do stuff like that. First year is just classes.
Mm-hmm.
Second year, you get to join these things. Yeah, they're a lot of work, but they're also, I think they're more fun than classes.
Yeah, for sure. My only experience too with like something even similar to moot court is we had oral arguments.
That's the same thing.
Yeah, but Katie is my TA and or was my TA, and she was there for my practice round of oral arguments, and I had never done something like that before, and nobody in my class had, and so we were all kind of nervous and we all didn't really know what to say, and we weren't ready for the interruptions because genuinely, like, you will be mid-sentence and they'll be like, but actually, what if blank? And you just start sweating. Like, you get so nervous.
It's really weird. It's something that's like really weird to do for the first time. And it takes a while to get used to it. I still get really nervous before each round. It took me about 5 times of doing it before I still get nervous. But then I was like, okay, I know how this works a little bit. But it's weird because you're not giving a speech. You're like talking for 10 minutes, but half the time is them asking questions and you have to answer their questions and get back to what you were talking about before.
Yep.
It's tricky.
And it's like you like practice I practiced so much that I felt like I knew every single question that they could possibly ask. And then it was like every single question that was asked was not something I prepared for. So like your mind just goes blank and you're like, I know everything through and through, but I'm so nervous right now. I can't think about anything.
Yeah. I feel like you kind of like black out up there. I do at least. Afterwards, I'm like, I don't remember anything that I just said.
Yeah. My professor told me, he was like, you seemed not nervous at all. You seem very confident. And I was like, I think I almost passed out. Like I saw black in the corners of my eyes.
But you did so good. That's such an accomplishment.
It was so fun too. I was like, I told Katie before this, I was like, I cannot look you in the eyes because we're friends and I will giggle when I get nervous. And I was like,
maybe it was weirder. No, like me being the judge and you knew me.
Yeah. And I had like, also, I just feel like I like confided in you like a little bit. Like I was like, oh, Katie, like I'm so nervous. You've been through this already. Like you're my girl to tell that stuff to. Like, I'm nervous. Can I get a pep talk?
So when I had to judge your oral arguments and interrupt you and say, counsel, what about this?
And I'm like, oh no. But it was so fun. And Katie has a really good serious face, we have learned. But yeah, I don't know. If y'all ever get the chance, if you are going to law school, you should totally do
moot court. It's so fun.
But okay, so you did that. That was one of the fun things you did this semester.
Yes.
Goodness, there are so many different directions we could go here. You did a lot of fun stuff. You TA'd a couple of classes. You were instructing cycling.
Yes.
And we're getting our golf game back on, by the way, guys. We went to the driving range yesterday.
Yes. My goal this summer is to golf once a week.
I should do that.
Like,
I should make
go
that
to the
my goal.
range or play 9 holes.
Are you going to go in
for a
California?
team. I don't know. I have a really problem with packing too many clothes. I was texting my friend. We went to Chicago for 4 days, and I had like a big full suitcase plus a duffel bag for 4 days. And
Oh, it's a problem.
I don't think I'm going to have room in my car for my golf clubs, which is really sad.
Don't say that. What are you packing?
I
You
don't
gonna
know.
just pack clothes?
Clothes.
We have a lot. Y'all, if you can't tell, we have a lot. If we cannot fit all of our
I
clothes.
don't know how to pack for a trip that's that long because
I know.
I need all of my daily essentials and my weekly essentials.
I'm also like the worst packer ever. So I will always forget. I will bring the most obscure things, but I will forget like honestly, a toothbrush. I found out hotels have them in the lobbies, by the way, if you forget it. So I think I've forgotten a toothbrush every trip and gotten it in the hotel lobby right when I get there. So I don't know.
We'll see. It's also hard because we have to bring work clothes.
Yeah.
And regular clothes. 'Cause
Yeah.
when I get home from work, I'm going to change, which means I need at least 2 outfits every day.
That's girl math,
It's a
guys.
problem.
That's girl math. At least. Because sometimes if I have time in the morning, I might wear a third.
Yes. Like if I go to the gym before work,
Yes.
then go to work,
Guys.
then come home, that's 3 outfits a day.
This is why I have so much laundry. I swear I go through Tide like crazy.
Yes, me too. So we'll see. Hopefully I have enough room to pack all my clothes.
That is so funny. I love that. But Katie and I were also saying, we were like, okay, we're both just not sure what to pack at all. So honestly, I don't know if anyone's really intrigued by this conversation, but if you are and you have a plan of what we should pack, you should type it down and put it in the
What
comments.
do you pack for a long trip?
Like a 2-month
Yes.
long trip. Please help.
Yeah.
And in a really hot state, because honestly, Nebraska gets hot though. Nebraska gets really hot.
Georgia's going to be really hot. It's going to be really humid.
Hot. I'm so excited. Maybe my hair is actually Maybe I'll find that out in the
Yeah.
humidity.
Maybe.
Okay. Anyways, Katie, tell us about like one of the fun things that you did this school year that like you really enjoyed, whether it was TAing or cycling or there was a lot.
I know. I had a really crazy spring break. It was really fun. This has nothing to do with school.
No, but tell us.
It was really fun. So I went to Chicago with one of my friends from college for the first half of spring break. And then I planned to work the second half of the week. And then I went to work one day and our friend Denny texted me and was like, do you want an impromptu road trip? And I was like, yes. So I ended up being home for one day and then went on this road trip, got home late Sunday night around 7. And the next day was the first round of moot court.
Oh my goodness. I totally forgot about that.
So it was a really fun time, really hectic, crazy time. But also I thought it was so cool that I got to do all of that and still was able to.
It's a good reminder because I feel like in law school, especially Katie and I have both talked about this, but in law school, you tend to be like, I cannot do anything. Like, absolutely not. Like my spring break, I spent at home studying. But then like watching Katie like enjoy her spring break, that is also sometimes something that you need. Like you need time off.
I can't do that like I could not do that several weeks in a row. But
That'd
I
give me anxiety.
I did it once and then I crashed afterwards. But I did it. I think I went to bed at 7 p.m.
Yeah.
Like for that whole weekend after that.
And you had so much fun though. You guys went hiking in Colorado. And
Yes.
oh my goodness, it was beautiful. The
It
views
was really
were beautiful.
fun. I wasn't even unpacked at all from my first trip and I just had to throw everything on the ground and repack my bag.
I remember you were doing moot court though, and I'm glad you feel this way now, but I remember you were like, oh my gosh, I should not have gone.
I know. I had that thought the whole drive back because it was a Sunday and we were driving back and I was like, oh my gosh, I have moot court tomorrow and I need to practice my argument. Like I don't have anything written down. And I was like, I should not have come on this. But then looking back.
Now you're like, that was fun. I did fine. Sometimes genuinely you do need those breaks.
And sometimes the pressure helps. Like I swear sometimes we do better under pressure.
Like when
For
you
me,
wait to
at
do
least.
an assignment, like till
Yes.
really last minute.
Like sometimes I do a little better, I think.
That's true. Okay. Tell us a little bit about your cycling instructing. I want to hear about that.
Yes.
Because we were talking about that the other day, and I want to go to one of her classes.
Yes, you should come. It's fun. I really like it because it doesn't really feel like work. It's like getting my workout in at the same time. And also it's cardio and it's music.
Yes.
I use like club music in my playlist. So it's like a dance party. And what I really like about it is it's early in the morning. So sometimes I really don't want to get up and I'm so tired. But then after doing 30 minutes of cardio with good music, I feel so happy. It's like such a good mood booster.
Yes. Oh, I should get a membership and sign up because I need to do that. And I think that would actually help me wake up in the mornings. Because sometimes when you're like sedentary in the mornings, it is hard to wake up.
And it's only 30 minutes, so it doesn't take up much time. And then after, I'm awake and I'm happy. I got my workout in.
All right. Well, speaking about that, we are going to head to a break, but after we will talk about a couple of Katie's other hobbies.
Seems like just the other day, I was building my first house. I've seen many changes to our building market in Lincoln. It's been a fun road.
Bob Benish is the founder and president of Aspen Builders, online at aspenbuildersinc.com.
You know, we hear this a lot where I don't want to live in a cookie cutter home. Well, let's come up with some answers on what we're going to build, where we're going to build it, and what it's going to cost. One thing that we started doing early on was we started building neighborhoods. I'm a firm believer in character in your street and in your neighborhood. I like choice. I like variation. I like maybe something a little bit different in a neighborhood that you don't see in every neighborhood. I think it's great to have choices, its uniqueness, and I think that's what gives a neighborhood character. And I think that's what we've done over the years.
Make your dream home a reality and call Aspen Builders at 423-6811. Online at aspenbuildersinc.com. Your home is waiting at Aspen Builders.
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock, A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. Spring is here. Summer is fast approaching. With weddings, vacations, and weekend getaways on your mind, do not let car issues prevent you from getting where you need to be. Car problems shouldn't be something that you put up with. Let us get you back on the road in comfort and safety. We diagnose all makes and models from Porsches to Hondas, Toyotas, and Chevrolets. We fix a variety of issues with all of them with our talented techs and our experienced staff. A1 Automotive at 11th and L, downtown Lincoln, always honest answers.
Hey, this is Jay Foreman, the host of Old School, 3 to 6 p.m. here at 93.7 The Ticket. And one of my favorite things to do is come down and meet all the fans before and after as they cheer on our beloved Huskers.
This message is brought to you by the Downtown Lincoln Association and 93.7 The Ticket.
Let's fly. Your next trip starts at Lincoln Airport with American Airlines. Now flying nonstop service to Dallas, Fort Worth, and Chicago. American Airlines connects Lincoln to major hubs and destinations around the globe. Wherever you're headed, LNK gets you there with new nonstop flights on American Airlines. Convenient, fast, and stress-free. Book your next flight at LincolnAirport.com. LNK, make flying easy.
Hey there, this is Paul Scheel, owner of High Electric. I want to thank our friends and loyal customers and introduce High Electric to those looking for a new electrician. We've been serving the Lincoln and Omaha area for over 30 years, from design to install, upgrades, and repair. If you are a homeowner or a small business needing some electrical work, call us at 402-466-6606 or check us out at hyelectric.com. We look forward to hearing from you.
This is Grant Wister. I played at Nebraska, and after football, I wanted to build something in Nebraska that I was genuinely proud of. Champ Roofing is that. We built the whole company around one idea: do the job right and treat people well. Roof replacements, inspections, gutters, siding, whatever you need, our team is going to show up, communicate with you, and handle it with real care. Nebraska homeowners deserve that. Visit us at champ-roofing.com or call 402-858-7449.
Graham Tire presents life's greatest adventures.
Okay, buddy, here we go. Just keep your eye on the ball. All right, just swing right through it. Yeah, good job. Way to go. Hey, run it out. Okay.
Great road trips start with great service. Graham Tire, your tire store next door, with 5 convenient Lincoln locations, getting you to the places that matter most.
Want to make the easy call? Call John Henry's. From leaky pipes to a broken AC, flickering lights to furnace fights, even drains and duct cleaning, we've got it handled. Plumbing, heating, air, and electrical, all under one trusted roof. Proudly serving homes across Lincoln, Omaha, and surrounding areas and ready 24/7. Visit calljh.com or call John Henry's.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing. Heating and air.
And electrical.
John just tried Runza's new Jammin' Bacon Cheeseburger with its sweet heat bacon jam, pepper jack cheese, bacon, and cream cheese.
Whoa, this burger's like totally
What?
you know, boom, 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 boom.
Not sure I'm getting it.
It's totally jammin'.
Ah, I see. Well, don't jam with your mouth full. Try the Jammin' Bacon Cheeseburger. Because from the way we make it to the way it makes you feel, Runza makes it all better.
Spring sports are here and it's time to upgrade your equipment. But don't go rushing to your big box store. Play It Again Sports is your place to go for all spring sports equipment for baseball, softball, golf, and disc golf. Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And don't forget, buying from them is a great way to get new products with great discounts by also bringing in your used items for store credit or cash on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
Seems like just the other day I was building my first house. I've seen many changes to our building market in Lincoln. It's been a fun road.
Bob Benish is the founder and president of Aspen Builders, online at aspenbuildersinc.com.
You know, we hear this a lot where I don't want to live in a cookie cutter home. Well, let's come up with some answers on what we're going to build, where we're going to build it, and what it's going to cost. One thing that we started doing early on was we started building neighborhoods. I'm a firm believer in character in your street and in your neighborhood. I like choice. I like variation. I like maybe something a little bit different in a neighborhood that you don't see in every neighborhood. I think it's great to have choices, its uniqueness, and I think that's what gives a neighborhood character. And I think that's what we've done over the years.
Make your dream home a reality and call Aspen Builders at 423-6811. Online at aspenbuildersinc.com.
Back to Above the Noise on 93.7 The Ticket. Here is your host, Ashlee Mitchell.
Welcome back, everybody. You are listening to Above the Noise with Ashlee Mitchell and my fabulous guest, Katie Tidwell. If y'all didn't hear the first part, she is a law student with me, and she's just one of my favorite human beings on earth. We'll try to hit the driving range whenever it's nice outside. We are big walkers. We go on walks a lot, I feel like.
Yes.
And yeah, just normal law school things. Like just we sit there and read for days at a time.
Speaking of walks, I love to walk, but I did this challenge in Lincoln.
Yes.
Through the Lincoln Running Company this January called Launch Your Toughness. And you have to walk or run at least 1 mile outside every single day in January. And
Which
I
was
did this
crazy
in January. And there were a couple days where I would like put on as many clothes as I owned and walk in circles around my apartment because I was too scared to go far away because it was like negative 25 with the wind chill.
It has to be outside? Like you can hop on a treadmill?
It has to be outside.
Why'd you decide to sign up for that? No, in January's the month.
Because I walk on the treadmill a lot, but I don't walk outside very often. And I just thought it would be good. And it is like walking outside has so many good benefits for your mental health. Like, it's
absolutely.
great.
Mm-hmm.
And there was probably like 3 or 4 days in there that I was really like hoping I wouldn't freeze to death on my walk. But the majority of days were fine. And it got to the point where if it was 20 degrees, I was happy. I was like, I can do this. And I've done it in much colder. No. Anyways, I thought it was so cool. And I did it. And I was really proud of myself. And I've been going on walks outside every day since. Not every single day anymore, but way more often than I used to.
So come January again, will you be keeping up with it?
Yeah, I'm going to do it again.
Really?
Awesome.
Yes.
Okay, you can take
You
my
should
dog.
do it with me.
Kidding. I'm kidding.
One of the attorneys I worked with said he did this challenge last January. He loved it so much that he's kept it up every single day ever since last January.
Have you kept it up every single day?
No. I've been doing it most days, especially now that it's warmer, but I have not done it every single day.
Yeah. Didn't the firm that you work at last summer, didn't they do that as well? So it was kind of like a team effort too. It was kind of fun and competitive.
They did it like a monthly step challenge. So you could keep track of your steps for the month and then compete against everybody else to see who
so
got
fun.
the most steps, which that one could be on a treadmill or inside. But
the outside
one
one
was a little bit painful some days.
It also, like, I've realized with school and everything as well, and I'm sure people who, work full time or, live a busy life, they understand this as well. But like truly just saying in your mind, I'm committing to this. And
Yes.
even if it sucks, I'm committing to this, and then doing it,
And
it feels
doing
so
it.
rewarding.
Yes, it was rewarding. And like I said, it got me in a habit of walking outside that I've kept up. Not every day, but a lot of days.
You'll have to convince me in January. I am so not a cold girl. Like when my ears get cold, they hurt. And even if I'm wearing earmuffs, they still hurt. And I just don't react well to the cold. But honestly, if you can get me to commit to that, I can commit to anything.
Yes. And most of the days were fine.
Yeah.
And there was a couple like 60-degree days too. It was just, there was a few that were like, I had my parka, I had leggings, sweatpants, snow boots, and I walked in circles outside of my apartment building.
Probably were like, there goes that crazy girl again.
Yep, it's 6 laps around to get to a mile.
That's funny. We could totally do that. We could do that in the middle of breaks.
And on
for
the really
school.
cold days, I was like, I cannot ruin my streak. I cannot not finish this challenge because of one day when I was too wimpy to go outside.
Right.
So I kind of just peer pressured myself into doing it because it was lame not to.
Did you ever have to do it like through a blizzard?
No, I never did it when it was snowing very hard.
Okay, so you avoided that at least.
Yeah.
But I remember, I don't know how cold it was, but I remember there was some cold days in January where I was like, I have a high energy dog, and I was like, I am not bringing him out. And I'm texting Katie, and she's like, going on a walk right now. And I'm like, oh.
I guess I did luck out with snow. We didn't have any big snowstorms in January.
Or ice.
Yeah.
Could you imagine trying to walk a mile and it's all icy?
That would be impossible.
Oh my God.
I think I might ruin my streak for that.
That would be funny. Okay, just speaking of it, the worst thing ever about snow and cold weather is black ice. And when you walk and inevitably fall on your butt.
Because you can't see it.
It's the worst pain ever. When I moved here from Texas, I didn't know what black ice was, first of all. And so like the amount of times, like honestly, I didn't even think I addressed it to somebody until like 2 years after I moved here. And I think it was my mom, and I was finally like, I keep falling. I don't see it. I'm so confused. I don't like this weather. And she like finally explained like how to kind of spot black ice, like it's shiny. And I was like, I felt so dumb, guys. It was really embarrassing. It was very humbling.
Wait, you didn't know what was causing you to fall?
No, I like genuinely like I just thought it was like I just thought it that
Wait, concrete slick over there.
I like knew it was like icy and cold, but like I just was like, I just fell and I don't see anything. Like, because I thought ice was white whenever I don't know it, but
That's funny.
it was bad. It was bad.
I'm glad you learned.
I know. Now I know things about the weather.
Black ice is still scary, but
yes. But honestly, okay, that's also one of my favorite things is like to hear Texas people talk about Nebraska weather. Like my dad came up here in the summer one year, and he was like, why is it so hot? And then why is it so cold? He was like, do you guys have normal weather days? And I was like, you just came here at like the most extreme times of the year. I swear. Like, do not come in Nebraska in August. Like, just.
Yeah. When I moved here, I was surprised about how humid it was. And I looked it up, and apparently Nebraska gets really humid because of corn sweat.
Yep. Checks out.
Wait, what?
It's like corn releases water into the air. So the corn that grows here adds to the humidity.
Oh, I'm looking this up.
It's corn sweat and then a lot of humidity coming up from the Gulf combined with each other.
From Gulf?
Because I
From the
didn't
Gulf,
realize
from
it
Mexico.
would be
The
so
Gulf
humid
of America,
because
whichever one you want to go with.
Isn't Nebraska the most landlocked state? So I didn't
It
realize
is.
it was going to be
You're like,
humid.
how is it humid
And
here?
I was like, I swear this is more humid than Oklahoma. And I looked it up, and it said yes because of corn sweat.
Mm-hmm.
That's so interesting. I kind of knew that because somebody had told me like from the crops, but I didn't think corn sweat.
I know, there's a name for it.
Key facts about Nebraska corn sweat. What is it? It is a term for evaporation, where mature, actively growing corn releases water vapor through its leaves. A single acre of corn can release up to 4,000 gallons of water per day, with irrigation adding even more.
Yeah.
Let that sink in, y'all.
1 acre was 4,000 gallons.
Yeah, a single acre.
Yeah, it's a lot of corn sweat.
And it's saying not including the irrigation. Oh my goodness. No wonder. So you think Iowa's as humid? I mean, I know we're very
Probably.
close.
It's got a lot of corn too.
What about Idaho with potatoes?
No, Idaho's
They're in the
very
ground.
dry. Yes.
But like even like irrigation and stuff? I'm thinking too hard about this.
Yeah, I think it's more of the corns just seem to be sweating a lot more than other crops.
Oh my
Because
god.
we have a lot of soybeans too. But we
yeah,
don't
I
call it
wonder if
soybean
other
sweat.
crops sweat.
I think we talked about soybeans. I think that's what I heard was soybeans cause a lot of the humidity.
I'm sure it's a shared effort. I just think corn must be the big one. I mean, 4,000 gallons an acre is insane of evaporating water.
I wonder what
That's
other
so wild.
vegetables or crops sweat.
Also, one thing that I really appreciate about Nebraska that I didn't personally experience as a kid was when like middle schoolers will go out in the cornfields and shuck corn. Is that they shuck it, right?
Yeah, I mean, like shuck it, tasseling. There's a lot of kids that'll do that
detasseling.
stuff too, or
I
detasseling.
love that. When I moved here and I heard people were like detasseling for money too, I was like, this is the coolest thing ever. Or like kids selling runzas at the game. Like that would be so fun. I missed out, guys. I could be detasseling corn right now.
It's a land of opportunity to some, depending on how you look at it. I will say though, I've come to enjoy the Nebraska weather. I don't know if you guys are in the same boat. I like the extremes.
Tell
like
us more.
Like when spring hits, like this time of year, like I'm so grateful and so happy for it because you have to go through like just horrible winters. So like there's kind of a trade-off. Like you go through all 4 seasons and like the extremes of them, but you get like the payoff feels so much better than if I just lived in California. I wouldn't appreciate it as much.
Yeah. I
It
probably
does-
wouldn't be outside as much either. Like I'd just be like, man, it's a good day.
It
Mm-hmm.
does
always
make
is.
you enjoy it. And in January, if you get a random 60-degree day, it's so nice. Like I
Yep.
walk out in shorts and I'm so excited.
Yep. And we have 3 winters.
But I don't like when it's negative below 0 at all.
Yeah, that part sucks.
Or when it like
or
snows
above
really
100.
hard. Or when there's black ice.
Yeah.
Yeah, the ice storms are what I hate the most, just because driving on those is terrifying.
It really is. And like I feel like we've gotten so casual about it because it really doesn't happen that much. And you never really know how bad it is outside until you go outside. And so sometimes I'm like, oh my goodness, school should not be going on. Katie had a
Oh my
class
gosh,
during one of the
yeah.
snowstorms. She had an afternoon evening class. She sends me a picture. She's like, I'm in heels and business casual pants. And there were like, this was one of the days that I canceled my show because I was like, I cannot drive.
This is when we had like 7 inches
Yes,
in
in
a tiny
February.
span. Oh,
Her
that
car
was
was
insane.
buried.
Yeah.
And that morning I left for work and it was like, we're getting a trace to an inch of snow. So I didn't think anything. And then I had a class that I had to wear a suit to. It was trial ad and it went till 8:30. So I parked at the school, nothing. When I came out, it was like pitch black, 8:30 p.m. and I was in heels and a suit.
And it
my
was
car
freezing.
was covered. Like there was, because of the wind, the windshield of my car had like a foot of snow on it. The back had none.
Did you have a scraper that day? Didn't
Yes.
it take you forever though?
I had a scraper, but the scraper was like too short. So if I put it down, like my hand would be in the snow completely. So after that, I said I'm gonna buy a long scraper, and I still haven't. But good to know. I need to. I need to.
Those
do
are
that.
essential.
Yeah.
Nebraska will
Yeah.
screw you
Because
over.
I had a scraper, but it was so short that if I stuck it in to actually reach the windshield, it went all the way into the snow. And I had gloves, but I didn't have anything else.
I remember. So I had texted her that night and I was like, get home safe. If you need a ride or like, if anything, like, let me know. And she sent me a picture of her car. It was buried. I think I texted her like an hour, like genuinely, literally an hour later, maybe more.
It was an hour. 'Cause I got a story to follow with yours, but go ahead.
Yeah. It was literally an hour later. And I was like, are you home yet? And she was like, I haven't even finished scraping off
I'm
my
still
car.
sitting in my car because I had the defrost going and I was getting out for like 10 seconds at a time, but my feet were getting so cold in the snow every time.
That's right. You're wearing heels.
I was wearing heels.
Yeah.
And so my gloves, and I had like I don't think I had a coat. Maybe.
No, you didn't.
I think I did have a coat.
I don't think you did because you didn't think it was going to be that bad.
I think so.
We've had a couple of
and
moments
so I was
like this.
just in a suit and heels, and my feet were getting so cold, so I had to go out for like 30-second increments, and my scraper was too short, so it didn't really do much. Yeah.
Oh boy.
But I made it home. The drive was easier than sitting in the car for an hour and trying to scrape. But
Were they cleared off at all?
no.
Okay. Well, at least you were able to
But
get
it was
home.
like fluffy snow, so it wasn't really slick.
That's nice. Well, I was just going to add on. I feel like this amount of snowfall in an hour, because we had the great broadcaster, Arden Lockheim. She was pre-recording a show in that podcast studio, and it was flurries, like no snow accumulated. By the time we got done with an hour recording, her car and her guest car were just completely covered.
Oh,
and then I know they miscalculate, and that's the beauty of Nebraska weather. It's really hard to predict because like the schools, none of them canceled school because it wasn't supposed to do that. I think we broke the record for most crashes in one day in the city of Lincoln. Like that was
it was bad,
unpredictable, way worse than anybody could have possibly guessed storm. And then I was even here until like midnight just waiting for them to clear it, and they never even got to it because it was, can't remember what they were waiting for, but there's so much, so it was just a nightmare. But luckily I made it back, and apparently so did you guys as well. But tough
Maybe
day.
it was better because by the time I drove home the road, there was not very many people out at all.
Mine
so
was
that
all
helped.
packed, which made mine really bad. Like
yeah.
everyone, and like it wasn't cleared off. It was just packed and like bumpy. And like I was thinking that main highway out, heading up north, had no idea. I met a nice little convoy, but I couldn't tell you where the edge of the road was.
I can't believe you drove home. I would have slept here. I would have been like, I'm making that couch my home. We're staying here.
Our guy Jay actually stayed in the hotel there.
Wow. I don't blame him. Like, I know Emma Spence had her show before me, and she was like, I'm not going to skip. I don't think it's going to snow that bad. And I remember I was having the largest conflict of my life trying to decide if I was going to do my show or not, because I hate driving in the snow. And like,
yeah, you were worried about it. Like I was going to make you come
I
in.
get so stressed out. I don't know.
There's no way.
Well, I was like, I haven't like done this before. Can I miss? And I was just like, I don't know why I was so nervous. But my mom was like, I remember I was on the phone with my mom for like an hour, and she was like, it's not going to be that bad. And I feel like every time that she says it's not going to be that bad, it is that bad.
It ends up bad.
But she doesn't say it that often. Like most of the time she's like, no, just to be safe, just in case. And then she said that, and I was like, I genuinely, like, I don't know if I should go. And I'm so glad I didn't, because I don't like driving home in the snow.
Yeah. I think my timing worked out good because it was all still fluffy and there was not many cars out. So it wasn't too bad to drive in. It was just cleaning off my car. Also, my class was in the courtroom at the school, so it had no windows, and I had no idea. I thought there was going to be like maybe an inch of snow.
And then you came out and it was just packed.
Yes. That was crazy.
Well, if you are listening from your car, I'm so glad that you're enjoying the beautiful weather from today, and we are going to head to our next commercial break.
Lincoln's go-to for fun isn't new. It's a place that's been a staple of the city for years and is only getting better. Matson's Bowling and Billiards always has open bowling available with no long lines, unlike other centers. They have live music almost every weekend and great food at EJ's Bar and Lounge, with seating for 150 people. They have popular meals like the EJ Burger, pizza for the whole family, and famous EJ's Wings. Contact Sarah to book a party for friends, coworkers, or family at Matson's Bowling and Billiards, just south of 48th and Holdridge.
A membership with John Henry's will fast track you to front of the line service, seasonal tune-ups, and far fewer unexpected moments. That means no breakdowns, no waiting on a call, and no nonsense. It's consistent care that prevents small issues from turning into big bills. Join the Comfort Club and get VIP treatment 365 days a year with 24-hour priority response, member-only discounts, and peace of mind on your home's most expensive systems. Call John Henry's.
John Henry's Plumbing, heating and air.
And electrical.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just their professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at pahlincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, their passion for happier, healthier, furry friends.
At Raising Cane's, we focus on making the most craveable chicken finger meals, getting them right every time. That's why we hand batter every chicken finger, mix every cane sauce, butter every Texas toast, stir every slaw, salt every fry, squeeze every lemon, and brew every ounce. We do this inside every Raising Cane's, every day. Because when you do it right, you can taste it in every bite. Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
At DWE Generations, having a plan matters, especially when it comes to protecting what's most important. They work with individuals, families, and business owners to help make smart financial decisions that support life today and set the foundation for generations. David Darlington, Russell Walton, and Cody Eiler bring decades of experience, and their dedicated team provides follow-through, answering questions, explaining next steps, and staying connected as life evolves. DWE Generations, a generational wealth planning firm. DWE Generations is a marketing name for individuals doing business as representatives of Northwestern Mutual. Visit generations.nm.com or call 402-483-7871 and ask for David, Russell, or Cody.
Hi, everyone. Kendall Warnock, A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. Spring is here. Summer is fast approaching. With weddings, vacations, and weekend getaways on your mind, do not let car issues prevent you from getting where you need to be. Car problems shouldn't be something that you put up with. Let us get you back on the road in comfort and safety. We diagnose all makes and models from Porsches to Hondas, Toyotas, and Chevrolets. We fix a variety of issues with all of them with our talented techs and our experienced staff. A1 Automotive at 11th and L, downtown Lincoln, always honest answers.
Graham Tire presents life's greatest adventures.
Okay, buddy, here we go. Just keep your eye on the ball. All right, just swing right through it. Yeah, good job. Way to go. Hey, run it out, run it out, run it out. Okay.
Great road trips start with great service. Graham Tire, your tire store next door, with 5 convenient Lincoln locations, getting you to the places that matter most.
Hey, baseball fans, join the Blur Tailgate at Hilton Omaha this June for their 14th annual hospitality event during the College Baseball Championship Series. Book an experience for your clients or employees with an exclusive bar, buffet, TVs, music, and tailgate games. Secure your spot today and let Blur Events take care of all the work so you can enjoy the day. Plus, they're just steps away from Charles Schwab Field. Visit blurevents.com to book your group, buy tickets, or learn about sponsorships. That's blurevents.com, your college baseball and football tailgate destination.
We have 2 boys, so we needed more space. We lived in a townhouse, so we decided to build.
Casey Bowman and her husband Joe built their first home with us. This is Bob Benish of Aspen Builders. Working with the Bowmans was fantastic.
After the first meeting, we really liked them as people.
I was really skeptical about the whole building process, more so than Joe was. But they explained everything before it happened. If there were problems or issues along the way, they called and explained everything. They just really helped ease my mind.
They were really good about giving us options as far as what fit in the budget, what didn't fit in the budget. They have a designer, Rachel.
She was amazing. She was very helpful in making sure that our house turned out good. I wouldn't change anything. I wouldn't change the lot. I wouldn't change colors. I love everything about it. Everything. It's perfect for us.
Make your dream home a reality and call Aspen Builders at 423-6811. Online at aspenbuildersinc.com. Your home is waiting at Aspen Builders.
93.7 The Ticket is Lincoln's home for Kansas City Royals baseball in 2026. Catch all the action as Bobby Witt Jr., Salvador Perez, Vinny Pasquantino, and a pitching rotation led by Cole Reagans try to lead the Royals back to the postseason. That's Kansas City Royals baseball all summer long. On the air in Lincoln at 93.7 The Ticket. Back to Above the Noise on 93.7 The Ticket. Here is your host, Ashlee Mitchell.
Welcome back, everybody. Again, you are listening to Above the Noise. I'm your host, Ashlee Mitchell, and we are just finishing off this segment with one of my good friends, Katie Tidwell. Yay! Yes. Okay, I want to make sure I get this in, and then we can start talking about something else. But if you could give advice to anyone who is starting law school or starting, a new job, something tough, what is some advice that you would give to them? I know that's a toughie.
My first one is surround yourself with people who you want to be like or can help you on your journey. I think that finding people who were old, older than me in law school and attorneys, and then also friends at law school who would help me, not even help with school, just people that did cool things, and people that I thought were cool, and people that I thought were nice, and surrounding myself with people like that has made a really big difference in my journey. And that's what I wish I prioritized more during my first semester.
And we talked a little bit about that during break too. Like, I like hanging out with Katie because she identifies with a lot of things that I really enjoy. So obviously we connect with school, but we also connect with things like being athletic. We want to just continue with our fitness journeys. She also just does fun, cool, random side quests. So she's a cycle instructor, and that just kind of popped up, and she wanted to take a chance and said yes. And I appreciate that about her. So,
and it's so cool if you surround yourself with those people too, because you get to celebrate all of the cool things they do, like Ashlee and her show. Awesome.
High five.
And that part just makes it so cool, especially in law school, when school is some people's entire life. I feel like having people who do cool things outside of school and celebrate each other's side quests is so fun.
We love side quests. Like, also, even speaking of, you wouldn't have gone to Colorado if you didn't have a friend who spontaneously would have been like, do you want to take a road trip?
Yes.
So there's a lot of fun things. Oh goodness. We were talking about more with the side quest before. What else were we saying?
Oh.
I'll ask a question. If you can think about it, come back to it. If you could pick like your next quote unquote side quest, which is that the new slang, by the way? I feel like you guys say it all the time.
I like it. Yes. I think side quest is like, I don't know if nobody else
like a
is
vacation,
taking it, but
right? That's terminology. A side quest is a vacation.
no, like side quest is like this. Like, this show is my side quest.
Side quest is like, yes, for show. Like, I'm in law school, I'm going to be a lawyer, but I teach ride classes on the side.
Like, it's a quest on the side.
Okay. So
like completely unrelated to the rest of your life or career.
Well, good thing I clarified. I was using the terminology wrong then. So not a side quest, but like just the next fun thing that you guys could go out and do. If you got to pick, what would you?
Like trip?
Yeah, like, because I know everyone's like moving, California, Georgia. We've had like your friends on here that are Emma Spence. She's up in Canada.
Literally, they're all leaving.
Like, if you get the whole crew back, like, what would be the thing that's like, we have to go do this?
Ooh.
That's a good question. What would we do?
I feel like I have to name one in the country, and then I have to think while Katie names, but I want to do one out of the country too. I think Nashville, Tennessee would be so fun.
I want to go to Nashville.
I want to get boot, scoot, and boogieing.
Have you not been to Nashville yet? Either of you guys?
I went, but I was in high school, so it's been a while.
Me too. I went during one of the Husker football games to, or was it basketball? No, it was football, to Nashville. It was years and years and years and years and years ago.
Okay.
I don't even remember what it was going on. It might have been.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't remember because I just had so much fun like looking around Nashville, but I don't really remember the game. So that's really sad, and I wish I did. So I guess that like knocks a point off for my Husker fan base knowledge. But Katie, what about you?
I've been wanting to go to like New England area.
Ooh.
I haven't been anywhere up there.
True. We were talking about the Carolinas, North and South Carolina,
would be cool.
because you went on a vacay there recently.
Yes. I really want to go to like Vermont.
Oh my goodness.
Maine, somewhere around there. I don't know.
The fall?
I don't know. Yes. In the fall, it's so pretty. I don't know anything about that area, but that makes me want to go because I feel a little clueless about it.
That's so true. I take it back. I want to join her trip.
Well, we'll both be on each other's trips, of course. So,
okay, that one. Okay, if you could do anything out of the country.
I've got so many places I want to go.
I feel like when I was a kid, I was super, super obsessed with learning about Greek mythology, as most kids do after Percy Jackson. Shout out. But I would love to go to Greece. I think that would be so cool, being able to go to Athens, see all the ruins, stuff like that. Maybe Pompeii. I feel like that might make me emotionally hurt a little bit. I don't know why. I'm such an emotional person that I don't know if I can do that, but it would be cool.
It would be cool. I've always wanted to go to the Galapagos Islands.
Ooh, what's there? There's
those big giant tortoises.
I
don't know. I just always wanted to go.
That's a good one.
But I would also go to Australia.
Ooh, spiders.
Or Ibiza. I've been wanting to go to Ibiza.
All good ones. Harrison, what about you?
Yeah.
What's your side quest?
I'd love to go to Ireland. I think Ireland would be really awesome to go see. Australia would be cool. I do get a little bit worried about all the venomous.
Yeah, I'm scared of the spiders there.
Oh, and kangaroos.
The snakes would scare me more.
Really?
I think they have a ton of venom. Well, like scorpions, snakes,
Mhm.
like the
They've
ones
got
that'll
everything.
creep up on me because I think the spiders are massive. So I think I'll be
Yeah.
able to see a lot of
I
those.
can't deal with the spiders.
Oh my
there,
goodness.
but-
Guys, you guys are like missing out. Kangaroos are so scary, guys. I got in a deep like hole. You know when you're like just scrolling your phone in the middle of the night and like you just get into the most random thing. I was watching about how dangerous kangaroos are, and it was terrifying. I didn't know they were that big. I didn't know like they can like
But are
use
they
their tail
mean?
as a weapon. They're mean.
Like,
I
will
heard
they
they're
just
like
come
mean.
up and attack you?
Yeah, I heard they're like mean to tourists. Like genuinely, I gotta look up.
There's just tons of them. They're a big problem. They treat them out there like we treat deer, where it's
There's
like
so
there's
many.
signs like, "Hey, watch out! You might hit a kangaroo if you're not paying attention to the road."
Huh.
But yeah, they're pretty, I think, nasty creatures. I think they'll try to drag you into the water and
Yeah.
drown you.
Yeah.
That's how they get like animals and stuff, which is crazy.
They'll try to spar you to establish dominance.
My goodness.
Like, could you imagine a kangaroo, like a ginormous kangaroo coming up to you and trying to like fight? Anyways.
It makes sense though. When you talk to
Scary.
Australians, they seem pretty bold, carefree.
Yeah,
Like,
true.
If they're from Australia, it checks out.
Well, Katie, what a random ending to today's show. But thank you guys so much for listening. And Katie, thank you for being on today.
Thanks for having me.
You are listening to Above the Noise with Ashlee Mitchell. Thank you.
Nutrition Authority presents Fusion 30, an ultra premium protein ideal for anyone wanting to look, feel, and perform their best. Fusion 30 can only be found at Nutrition Authority.